Well, Troy, you are absolutely correct with this cool weather. We've seen that move into the northwestern part of the state early this week, and it took all the way through Thursday for that front to finally move its way through southeast Nebraska. Blocking high pressure to the southeast was really slowing up that front, but now that it's here, the cool weather is in place, and it looks like that's going to remain in place for the better part of the upcoming forecast period. So if we look at what's presently going on, we had that trough that moved through, brought the inclement weather, has now moved to the east of us. We got temporary ridging in place over the central plains. It's going to bring a nice day today for the region as we're under the influence of high pressure. Most of the precipitation will be associated with the front that moved through our region yesterday, and that will develop heavy thunderstorm activity from the south central portion of the United States into the southeast. And then we turn our attention to a trough that is developing that's going to move through our region on Monday. We see low pressure that is starting to develop on the lee side of the Rocky Mountains. That will start to move its way eastward, but this front is going to block the moisture return, so we're not expecting heavy precipitation or basically much of any precipitation with this front. And then as we get on the day on Monday, this trough deepens to pull the cool air in. That gives us our reinforcing shot of cool air under the influence of high pressure, not expecting any significant moisture, maybe extreme northeastern Nebraska, and points to the north right around that low pressure system as it moves toward the Great Lakes and intensifies as we go through the day on Tuesday. Probably looking at some hard scattered freezes up into the upper Midwest. And then as we see the high pressure move into our region, we'll stay under the influence of cool as most of the precipitation stays to the east of us. And then that trough gets a reinforcing shot of cool air as we get into the middle of next week. And basically that's going to reinforce this cold air in place and keep us under these cooler conditions. But we again, with that northwest flow, there's just no moisture to work with as it's all down to the southeast of us. Now as we get on the day on Thursday, what we're going to pay attention to is that this looks like it's going to bring some hard freeze conditions to portions of the upper Midwest, and right now it's pointing to the Great Lakes region under the influence of high pressure, but if it moves a little bit farther west, it could be coming down into our region. But we do think that we're going to see hard freeze and possibly even a little bit of light snow up into portions of the western Great Lakes, and this trough really starts to dig and reinforce itself over the eastern United States, so much of that cool air will remain firmly in place over the eastern Corn Belt, and we will be under the influence of high pressure system as nothing in the way of any significant moisture looks in store for us as we go through this period. Now as we look even farther out to the 8 to 14 day forecast, that cold looks to be reinforcing as we move into the early part of October. So from next Thursday to the following Tuesday, below normal temperatures. And in terms of precipitation, well above normal precipitation over the eastern United States, although I think they may be overplaying this slightly as we get into the western portions of Nebraska, Kansas, and points off to the southwest, and a very strong dry signal up in the Pacific Northwest. Even farther out, the preliminary 90-day outlook from October through December from the Climate Prediction Center indicates the entire country showing a tendency toward above normal temperatures, with the strongest being in the southwest. Likely that some areas of the U.S. in this 3-month period will be below normal in terms of temperatures. And in terms of precipitation, we start to see that El Nino-like signal with most of the heaviest moisture across the southern United States. So Troy, it does appear that as we go through this weekend, fall conditions will continue, and we may even see a reinforcing shot of that cool air as we move through most of next week.